This is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
Thank you, Coach. Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. Brissett to throw on first. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky eluding the pressure right. He's got it at the 15. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier. He steps out of bounds.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Score. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 42 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
A first down throw for Brissett. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Now Brissett.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. But now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack on 1st down, Brissett. That'll be caught by Rodgers.
Complete to Chester Rogers. He steps out of bounds.
Hey, we got three down.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's got Jack Doyle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run. This is Cohen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky being chased out. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Out of the gun, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. On 2nd and 15 now. Trubisky flushed out right. He'll run it, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flush to his right. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, 49 yards, as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Adam Shaheen, 33 yards. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 1st and 10, Brissett throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. To throw, Brissett. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete as well. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. After the interception, here's Trubisky, buying time to his left. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick,
and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brissett sets to throw it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Meanwhile here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.